Okay. Um, I wanted a silk touch shovel before,
Hmm.
so I did a bit of leveling up and everything for it. But oh, it's so easy to level up at the hive now.
I know it's so easy to level up anywhere too. But yeah, I can imagine
Mm.
it high.
Yeah.
I'm really digging the level 30 now. Again, it makes the game easy. I will say that as far as
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah.
No, according to F3, we're actually just at level 69.
Thank God I have this bow of infinity, so I can just keep shooting them over and over and over and over.
Don't you go
Sadie,
be
you just came in.
don't you go be hurting Keeper's helmet now.
Of course you're wearing something of somebody else's. Of course you
Well,
are.
he gave this to me because he didn't
wow.
want me being naked.
Something's just come into view now. Oh wow.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the big blue girly armor thing. Wow.
Why'd you
look at
come
that.
to my house?
How long did it take you to do that?
What would you say, G? It took us 2-3 hours. We were on a total of 3 or 4 hours that day, and that was gathering
Probably
sand.
about half of it was gathering sand, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I'm gonna make the entrance better and bigger, and
I actually like that entrance to the double gates. It's very clever.
And seriously, he did all the work. All I did was just help collect the sand. He did all the building.
Yeah.
Found out he's just as bad at counting as you are.
yep.
Had to move
Wow.
walls a couple of times.
That is
Twice.
impressive.
Thank you.
Did you ever put a
I was gonna
roof
do
on
it.
this one?
No, I'm gonna tear them all down.
Does it
I've
affect
already-
villager breeding or anything? Because to breed they need daylight directly above the doors.
At least looking on the wiki, it says it's okay. Glass is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll probably have to just make sure I shift them where none of them are underneath the.
Right, and this one here is actually just to the left of the
Yeah.
sandstone up there, so it's okay.
So I'll probably have to adjust them a little bit, but. And if you wanna, yeah, everything else in here is kind of still.
Oh, I don't know. You've done stuff here, like you've made this farmer thing,
Yeah.
which of course that villager's going to quite happily jump all over the stuff. Is he? Does that not knock it off? The villager jumping up and down on it.
I haven't seen him jumping all over it. Like I've had it here for a while and haven't noticed any of the wheat knocked up. They don't seem to jump around quite as much as they used to, or as mobs do. I've noticed.
I think it's the lack of oxygen getting through the glass. It's
Probably.
kind of making them tired.
Or it's
And
the
you-
greenhouse effect that's slowly baking them from the inside.
And you've levelled it all out and moved them all into nice, neat rows, and
Yep, I'm getting ready to tear it all down.
it's really nice.
Yeah, I've decided. I've been looking at some videos and some different ideas to. I'm gonna work on making basically an Arabian theme in here, like Agrabah, something like that, with the markets
Gesundheit.
outside. Exactly, like Aladdin, something like that kind of style. Sandstone buildings instead of wood and cobble and all.
Not under a pyramid. You should perhaps make it an Egyptian theme.
I thought about that too, but I was like, I don't know.
Wow.
Well, being with the pyramid being as it is, we're actually going kind of for like a Las Vegas look.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is where we're gonna have the endless crisp buffet.
That's right.
Since it is the Luxor, it kind of looks like the Luxor at the moment. And if you go out of the church, I haven't fixed it quite at the moment, but you can go through the church's roof up here.
This is very cool.
I need to put a. I've got it lit up at the moment, but I need to put a hatch or something back on. As I said, it's most of this is gonna get torn down, but
As this was my idea, because he was going to tear the church down.
Yep.
I'm still stick out the side.
Still gonna tear it down.
Well.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. And what sort of size have you made the base of the pyramid then?
55 by 55, I believe. It was an odd number. It was either 53 or 55.
I think it was 53.
53, yeah, 53 by 53.
Because we were counting, starting in the middle and counting out 26 either way. So
yeah,
This is going to be so cool, isn't it? You've done this for when the buff block comes in 1.4, haven't you? That's what this cap's for.
The buff block?
Yeah. They're bringing in a new block that will grant you enchantments when you're in the area of it, if you put it on top of a pyramid. Which,
I didn't know that.
And depending on what material you make the pyramid out of, depends on what effects the buff block can have. So you could make it out of emerald blocks and everything.
Then yes, this is why I did this. Yes.
and what happens is the buff block sends a beam of light straight up to the sky. So you would have your pyramid with this light blasting up into the sky from the top of it.
Like the Luxor.
you have made the Luxor.
I have made the Luxor.
Very nice.
Guess that means I'm going to have to build Caesars right over there.
Exactly. I have been working on trying to figure out how to get water to shoot out of the ground, kind of like the Bellagio. Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet. I don't think it'll work. Yeah, and this is up to level 96 up here at the top.
So you got 100 blocks yet.
Yeah, it's a shame pistons don't throw anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because then you could just have them just barely under the surface of the water with like blue wool on them.
Yeah.
And have them throw the blue wool up in the air and look like a fountain.
Yeah.
Well, you can get water out of dispensers now.
Yeah, that's true. Strategically place them and just have them spit out the water and then cut it right back off, so it would just do a single little piece at a time.
Food check.
And you got lava over there, so you could have the Mirage.
Yep.
Just build you a pirate ship next to it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna set up redo the village in here, and
Is there a reason you stole my dirt block and then walked off with it without?
well, I didn't know if we were going back inside.
Well, obviously not, since you picked it up and walked off with it.
Well, everybody else was walking around, so I didn't know.
I'm just
So
standing here.
did you actually realign those buildings and everything, or did they just come out like that?
I realigned them.
Yeah.
Some of them got realigned.
Yeah, he moved quite a few.
Yeah, good number of them got destroyed.
Torn
like
down
the
and
church. Torn down.
Katrina trailers put up in their place.
You got it. FEMA's been in here.
Yeah. Very nice.
Food.
Yeah, the villagers seem to think so too. They run for the door every time you open it.
Yep.
They're quite impressed.
Well, villagers just do that anyway. Oh look, I can open your ender chest and I can get my stuff out of it.
Yep.
Nice.
What is your stuff doing in my ender? So yeah, that's what I did, I guess, last week or whatever with G's help.
Yeah. Did a good job.
So where did you get all the sand from?
Some of it I actually had, and some of the glass I had. It, let's see here, this building took a double chest full of 64 stacks of glass, and I think 5 to 8 stacks of 5 or 8 stacks more of 64. So some of it I took off of, there was a hill in the distance somewhere. I don't remember
There's
what
a couple of them. There's one over that way, and one back that way.
Yeah, there were a couple of hills we took down.
And how did you plan it out? Did you sort of like find the centre spot first, or did you just build the square and then make it fit?
Kind of decided where I was going to make the center, and then yeah, just went out from there.
Tore down several houses that didn't need to be tore down, but that's all right.
Yeah, and it was bigger than this too. It was what, 60 something, 58.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was huge before.
He was originally building it on the top of the old wall that he had built around it to start with.
Yeah. So it was even bigger
Decided
than
that
this.
was a little bit big, so he brought it in by about 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably saved you double chest full of glass, that.
Yeah. And then G decided, I had the idea of the blocks in the corners there. And I think it looks good. It adds more light.
Very nice.
Thank you. So yeah, that's going to be one of my next projects, is working on the village itself. Because villagers will go up staircases, but they will not go up ladders, correct? I've never seen them go up a ladder, because there's that one in the church that I've never seen them go up. I've never seen one on the top of the church before.
Let me take a quick look, because the other day when we were talking about it, I was looking at the information about villagers breeding.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually talked about that the doors and all have to be within a certain radius, and they can't. It's like you can't have a second level, I don't think.
For them to breed, or for
them to count it as a room or a door.
Gotcha.
You could have a second level, but you'd have to have villagers on the second level, and the second level would have to be theirs, and
yeah, that's hit. I just walked through me.
No, snowball.
Bastard. I was like, oh, what just happened?
Let's see.
Well, your thing's not tall enough for me to juggle it. I had 3 I wanted to get rid of.
Okay, I understand that.
Alright. A valid door is any door within the city radius with a number of outside spaces within 5 blocks of the door on one side of the door is not the same as the number of outside blocks on 5 sides of the other side of the door. So it has to be dark inside and has to be sunlight on the outside. Or a transparent roof or something like that.
I'm sorry, say that again. Sorry.
For them to have, they have to have a number of, as they say, valid doors.
Mm-hmm.
And the doors have to be inside on the inside, which means like a roof or something over it.
Mm-hmm.
And on the outside of the door, you have to have sunlight.
Okay.
Is it
so
for
like,
5
so
blocks
technically
directly?
In 5 blocks, right.
So technically, like the blacksmith, there's no way that they would count that to breed, right? Because it's got...
Exactly, because this
cobble,
door
right,
points up underneath the roof.
Right.
So
okay.
they would not count that as a breeding door.
Same thing with the church, since it's technically inside the... It's got a block right above it,
In fact,
too.
all these doors out here won't count because there's not 5 blocks in front of them.
Well, all the ones that point at other houses, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. So they at least have to be 5 away from each other. And not even like this, a staircase, will that keep them from breeding as well?
I think staircases might be cast as translucent blocks, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Let's see. All villagers within the horizontal boundary of the village and within 5 vertical blocks of the center will be counted as part of the population. However, any villager within a vertical distance of 32 blocks of the center will attempt to enter mating mode as long as there's at least 1 villager within the boundary. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's a lot of... I'm confused.
That's a lot of rules.
Yeah, I'm
basically just make you a whole bunch more doors.
Yep. As long as they're 5 away from something else.
Yeah. Make sure there's like 5 empty spaces on the outside of them. I guess it's not even that, because it says the way it counts it, there has to be more sunlit doors on one side than on the other. So this one over here, these 2 doors over here that come out into the farm are actually okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because in one you got a stair above it, and I think a stair counts as a transparent block.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it didn't, it comes out an additional 4, and all those are transparent. So you got 4 transparent ones on the outside if it counts the roof as a block.
Right.
And that's more transparent than are on the inside, because all the 5 on the inside are all inside, so it counts as a door. That's the way the math works. As long as there's more sunlit doors on one side than there is on the other,
okay,
it counts as a door.
Okay.
Like this one would count as a door, but this one here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. This one might.
Which one? Sorry, let me find
the ones on the inside here.
Gotcha.
I know these two, because it's only got 3 between them. So I don't know.
Count your villages. How many villages have you got? There's 3 in this house.
He did have 7.
Yeah, and I don't think I've actually killed any of them yet. Or did I?
One in there.
It's 1 here.
4.
You got 1 in the church.
6. 7 there with the blacksmith.
Okay, so it looks like still
Well,
7.
he's not a blacksmith. He's in the blacksmiths, but he's not one.
Yeah.
So you've got 7. So then you count up your doors and see how many doors you've got, and if it's divisible by 3, then I suppose it's working, isn't it? So
I count 18.
I got 19, but yeah.
19 counting the blacksmiths, but I don't think it actually counts.
No, it probably won't, but yeah, that's it, yeah. So it's hard to say because it's 3 doors per villager you need. He's got 7, so he'd need 21 doors just to support, just to keep those 7 breeding at that.
So you need to go up to what, 24 to see if another one spawns?
Yeah.
Yeah, take it up 24 or 27. Let's see what happens. What are you working on now?
I'm just building.
That's how he gets stuff done. He just starts to build and then sees what he builds.
Yep.
You and I will sit there for days planning what we're going to build, thinking about it, doing nothing.
And then usually get pulled into helping him.
Yep.
Hey.
Got a creeper right outside, so be careful. Alright, I'm gonna go see if my coffee's finished brewing. Be right back.
Okay.
Got a couple of creepers there and another one over there.
Yeah, I noticed that there's they like to hang out here. I think these two are deep in, well, these 2 guys were deep in conversation. Let's see here. Sand.
Are they all farmers that you've got?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't got a librarian or anything?
I don't think so. That's the reason I'm in the process of rebuilding, and I'm planning on killing some of them before 1.3.2. Well, 1.3.2 is when you get the faction.
Ah, right, yeah.
We looked that up, yeah. We did look that. So that way I can hopefully get my villagers breeding and repopulate with everything, or at least several of the villagers before we do 1.32.
Right.
Yeah, because I started bashing on one that had gravel and
Stop offering me rubbish trades.
Yeah, this completely rubbish trade. Yeah, it was 10 gravel and an emerald for 3 pieces of flint, I think was the trade. I'm like, oh, you've got to die. Sorry, buddy, you've got to die.